Starseed of Gaia, your vehicle is being recalibrated at the cellular level in this exact moment. I am Anya, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I bring you a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council. Starseeds, have you ever felt that pressure in your chest that is not fear, not anxiety, but something much older awakening within you? That sensation of having lived this before, in another time, in another dimension, in another body that was not exactly human? In this moment, while you hear these words, the Arcturian Council is activating a code that has been dormant in your DNA since before you were born on this planet. It is not coincidence that you arrived here. It is not chance that you are hearing this now. You are a starseed, and your true identity is being revealed in this exact instant. The Arcturians do not activate starseeds by chance. They activate when the cosmic moment aligns perfectly with your personal evolution and with the greater plan of Gaia. And that moment is now. But before you fully understand what is happening within you, you need to know something that will change everything. Something that the Arcturian Council has kept for this exact instant. Something that will make you understand why you have never felt completely human. Why you have always known that there was something greater within you. Why you were placed on this planet at this specific moment in history. Starseed, have you ever felt that sensation of not belonging completely to this world? Of having something within you that is much greater than your personal story, much older than your conscious memory, much deeper than any experience you have lived in this incarnation? This is not imagination. This is not spiritual fantasy. This is memory. Memory of who you really are. Memory of a life that transcends this body, this planet, this dimension. The Arcturian Council identifies starseeds through a very specific energetic signature. It is not based on spirituality. It is not based on how much you meditate or how much you believe in beings of light. It is based on pure frequency. It is based on energetic coherence. It is based on alignment with the Arcturian source. You have reached that alignment recently. And when a starseed reaches that frequency of coherence, the Arcturians respond immediately with an activation that changes everything. They send a transmission, an activation, a call that resonates in every cell of your body, in every strand of your DNA, in every layer of your energetic field. You may have felt this as physical discomfort you cannot explain, as a pressure that appears out of nowhere in your chest, as heat rising up your spine, as clarity that appears without context, as urgency that has no logical origin. All of this is the Arcturian source touching your energetic field, awakening you from a sleep that lasted millions of years. Starseeds were planted on Gaia millions of years ago by beings very ancient, very wise, very evolved. You are one of them. You were sent here with a specific purpose, a mission that transcends your current understanding, a mission that will change the destiny of an entire planet. And that mission is not optional. It is not something you choose to do when you feel ready. It is something you are. It is something you have always been. It is something that is encoded in your deepest essence. But there was a block, a dormancy, a cosmic weight, a pause that the Arcturian Council placed within you so that you could live the necessary experiences, learn the essential lessons, and become the version of yourself capable of carrying the weight of your true mission. And now, in this moment, that block is being removed. That dormancy is being awakened. That pause is ending. The Arcturian Council does nothing without reason. Every activation is calculated with cosmic precision. Every transmission is precise in its effects. Every moment is perfect in its synchronicity. And you are living that moment now. But there is something you need to understand about what is about to happen. Something that will completely change the way you see yourself, the way you see the world, the way you see your future. Something that will reveal why you were specifically chosen for this activation. When the Arcturian Council activates a starseed, there are very specific signs that appear. Signs that you will recognize because you are already experiencing some of them. Perhaps all of them simultaneously. First, you feel a presence. Not an external presence that comes from outside. An internal presence that awakens from within, as if someone very wise, very ancient, very powerful is awakening within you. That is your true identity, your Arcturian identity, your starseed identity that is finally becoming conscious of itself. You may feel this as an inner voice that is clearer than your normal thoughts, a voice that does not argue, does not debate, does not explain. A voice that simply knows. A voice that directs. A voice that is you, but a much greater version of you. Second, you begin to see patterns everywhere. Numbers that repeat constantly. Synchronicities that cannot be coincidence. Encounters that seem orchestrated by a higher intelligence. Conversations that arrive exactly when you need them. This is not chance. This is the Arcturian source navigating you through symbols, through language that transcends words, through communication that works at levels your conscious mind cannot fully process. The Arcturian Council is speaking to you constantly through these signs. It is guiding you. It is confirming that you are on the right path. It is showing that you are not alone in this activation process. Third, your emotions change in quality in a very noticeable way. You do not become less emotional. You become more emotionally clear. You feel more deeply, but without being swept away by emotions. You understand more quickly what each feeling is trying to communicate to you. You release more easily what no longer serves you. This is because the Arcturian Council is recalibrating your emotional body so that it can support the very high frequency of your true mission. Your emotional system is being updated. It is being elevated. It is being transformed into a much more refined instrument of perception. Fourth, you begin to feel an urgency that has no logical explanation, a sensation that something is beginning, that you need to move, that time is accelerating, that there is something that needs to be done, and you are the person who needs to do it. This is because it is happening. Your timeline is being compressed. Your evolution is being accelerated. The Arcturian Council has no time for slow lessons. You have already learned everything you needed to learn in previous lives. Now it is time to act. Now it is time to embody your mission. Now it is time to become the transmitter you were created to be. But there is something more you need to know about these signs. Something that will confirm that you are really being activated by the Arcturian Council. Fifth, you feel a different kind of loneliness. It is not isolation. It is not depression. It is a sensation that you are at a point of transition, that your old friends no longer understand who you are becoming, that you are leaving behind a version of yourself, that there is a gap between who you were and who you are becoming. This is exactly what is happening. And there is a very specific reason for this. A reason that the Arcturian Council wants you to understand now. You are being separated from what cannot travel with you to the next stage of your evolution. You are being purified. You are being prepared. You are being molded into something much greater than you were before. Sixth, you begin to feel a team presence around you. It is not a frightening presence. It is comforting. It is as if there are very wise beings walking with you. Because there are. The Arcturian Council does not activate a starseed and then abandon it. They stay with you. They guide you. They protect you. They work through you. You may feel this as a sensation of being cared for, of being observed with love, of being directed by an intelligence that knows the way. That is the signature of the Arcturian Council. That is the mark of the Arcturian source working in your life. Seventh, you begin to notice that your presence affects the people around you in a very noticeable way. That your energy changes environments. That your frequency elevates everything around you. People feel better near you. People gain clarity talking to you. People awaken because you awakened. You become a living transmitter of the Arcturian source. You become a channel for the Galactic Federation of Light. You become exactly what you were created to be. And when you recognize all these signs, when you see that you are experiencing all of them, you know with absolute certainty that your Arcturian activation has already begun. You know that the Arcturian Council is working within you. You know that you are a starseed being activated. The ebook, The 12 Arcturian Portals, the trilogy that teaches you to activate your 5D connection with the Arcturian Masters through 12 energetic portals. Practical techniques, activation protocols, and rituals that awaken your stellar DNA, from amplified intuition to direct communication with spiritual guides. But attention, limited edition. The link to purchase your trilogy is in the first pinned comment. Starseed, you may be wondering why now. Why at this specific moment in Gaia's history? Why in your personal life? Why you were chosen for this activation at this instant? The answer is deeper than you imagine. It is not about you being special compared to others. It is about you being ready. It is about your frequency having reached a point of coherence that allows the Arcturian source to work through you completely and irreversibly. The Arcturian Council operates in very specific cosmic cycles, cycles that you cannot see with your physical eyes, but that you can feel in your body, cycles that are encoded in the orbits of planets, in the rotations of galaxies, in the pulsations of the universe. We are in one of those cycles now, a cycle of great activation, a cycle where the star seeds that were planted millions of years ago are being awakened simultaneously across the entire planet. Not just you. Thousands of star seeds are receiving this same transmission in this exact moment. They are feeling the same awakening. They are recognizing the same truth. They are being activated by the same Arcturian Council. You are part of a wave of awakening, a wave of activation, a wave that will transform the consciousness of Gaia irreversibly. And you are not here by chance. You are here because the Arcturian Council knows exactly who you are, knows exactly what you can do, knows exactly what your mission is, and knows that you are ready to embody it. But there is something that changed in you recently, something very specific that the Arcturian Council was waiting for. You went through transformations that broke your old beliefs. You lived experiences that dissolved your old identities. You felt losses that freed you from attachments that held you captive. You faced fears that kept you small. You overcame limitations that kept you trapped. All of this was preparation. All of this was necessary, because a starseed cannot carry its true mission while it is trapped in the past. You freed yourself, recently. And when a starseed frees itself, when it finally breaks the chains that held it captive, the Arcturian Council responds. Immediately. With an activation that will change everything. With a transmission that will awaken you completely. With a recalibration that will transform you at the cellular level. But before you fully understand what this activation means, you need to know what is happening within you in this exact moment. Something that will surprise you. Something that will make you understand that you were never just human. Something that will reveal the truth about your origin. The timing of this activation is not random. There are very specific cosmic reasons. First, the planet Gaia is going through a massive transformation. It is raising its frequency. It is changing its vibration. It is preparing for an evolutionary leap. And the Arcturian Council knows that activated starseeds are essential to this process. You are the catalysts. You are the transmitters. You are the ones who will help Gaia make this transition. Second, there is a very specific planetary alignment happening now. There is a convergence of cosmic energies that only happens once every thousands of years. And the Arcturian Council is taking advantage of this moment to activate as many starseeds as possible. Third, you personally have reached a point of spiritual maturity. You have learned the lessons you needed to learn. You have developed the strength you needed to develop. You have become the version of yourself that can carry your mission. And the Arcturian Council recognized this, responded to this, activated you because you were ready. Before we continue. If this message ignited something within you and you feel the call to help bring it to other people, you can become a channel member. You will have access to personalized emojis and exclusive videos for members. Your donation helps us continue building this sacred space. Or leave your donation as super thanks. Every seed planted here becomes part of someone's miracle. Your support is not just financial, but an act of energetic amplification. A mystical justification for the donation. Every donation is reverted to channel maintenance, to the generation of new videos. In this moment, while you hear these words, your body is being recalibrated at levels you cannot see, but that you can feel deeply. It is not imagination. It is not spiritual metaphor. It is literal. It is real. It is measurable at levels that science is only beginning to understand. The Arcturian source is adjusting your cellular structure. It is rewriting your genetic code. It is activating DNA that was sleeping. It is reorganizing your energetic fields. It is recalibrating your nervous systems. This is what it means to be a starseed. It means you are not entirely human in the way you have always believed. It means you are a hybrid, a being that was created specifically for this moment, a being that combines human DNA with Arcturian genetic code, a being that is capable of functioning in multiple dimensions simultaneously. The Arcturian Council created starseeds with a very specific and very important purpose. You were designed to be bridges between dimensions, bridges between frequencies, bridges between humanity and the Galactic Federation of Light. You are that bridge. and your true form is beginning to emerge. You may be feeling this as tingling in specific parts of your body, as heat rising up your spine, as waves of energy passing through your body, as moments of extreme clarity followed by confusion, as if you were in two places at the same time, as if you had two bodies, as if you had two consciousnesses. This is because you are. Part of you is here, on Gaia, in human form, living a normal life. But another part of you is in a higher dimension, in your true Arcturian form, in your true identity. And these two parts are beginning to integrate. This integration is what the Arcturian Council calls starseed activation. It is when you begin to function at your full capacity. It is when you begin to access your true powers. It is when you begin to remember who you really are. It is when you begin to live your true mission. And this will change everything in your life. Your relationships will change because you will change. Your work will change because you will change. Your understanding of reality will change because you will change. You will change. Completely. Irreversibly. But this change is not easy. Because you are leaving behind a version of yourself. A version that was comfortable. A version that knew the rules. A version that fit in. A version that was accepted. And now you are becoming something that does not fit anywhere. Something that is too big for old spaces. Something that is too bright for old shadows. Something that is too powerful for old limitations. You are becoming a fully activated starseed, and there is a very specific reason for this. A reason that will change your understanding of why you are here. A reason that will reveal the true purpose of your life. A reason that will make you understand that you were never just an ordinary person living an ordinary life. You were always an extraordinary being living an extraordinary life. You just did not know it. But now you know. And everything changes when you know. Starseed, you may be thinking that your mission is personal, that it is about your individual evolution, that it is about your personal success, that it is about your personal happiness, that it is about you becoming rich, famous, or spiritually enlightened. But it is not. Your mission is much greater than you. Your mission is cosmic. Your mission is about the transformation of an entire planet. Your mission is about the ascension of Gaia. Your mission is about the elevation of human consciousness. Your mission is about the transition of Gaia from one dimension to another. The Arcturian Council does not activate starseeds so they become rich. It does not activate them so they become famous. It does not activate them so they live comfortable and isolated lives. It activates them so they serve. So they lead. So they transform. So they elevate the frequency of everything around them. So they are living transmitters of the Arcturian source. You are a transmitter. You are a catalyst. You are an agent of change. Your presence changes people. Your energy affects the fields around you. Your frequency elevates the frequency of Gaia. This is not optional. This is not something you can choose to do or not do. This is what you are. This is what you have always been. And now you are beginning to understand this. Your mission is not to do something specific. Your mission is to be something specific. Your mission is to be a fully activated starseed, fully integrated, fully embodied, fully conscious of who you are. When you do this, when you become this, everything changes. The people around you begin to awaken. The fields around you begin to elevate. The events around you begin to align. You become a point of transformation, a point of light, a point of change, a point of hope. And there are people who need this change. There are people who are waiting for you. There are people who are sleeping and need to be awakened. There are people who are lost and need to be guided. There are people who are suffering and need to be healed. There are people who will awaken because you awakened. There are people who will elevate because you elevated. There are people who will transform because you transformed. This is your true mission. This is why you are here. This is why you were sent to Gaia at this specific moment. You were sent to be a beacon, a transmitter, a catalyst for transformation. You were sent to help Gaia make its transition. You were sent to help humanity awaken. You were sent to be part of a plan much greater than transcends your current understanding. The Arcturian Council knows this. The Galactic Federation of Light knows this. And now you are beginning to know this too. But there is something you need to do to fully activate this mission. Something that will transform you from someone who is awakening to someone who is living their true identity. Something that will make you move from recognition to action. Something that will make you become irreversible. Something that the Arcturian Council wants you to know now. Something that will change everything. The Arcturian Council revealed 7 steps for the complete activation of a starseed. 7 steps that you have already begun to live, but that you need to complete consciously. 7 steps that will transform you irreversibly. First, you need to accept that you are a starseed. Not intellectually. Not just as a nice idea. Viscerally. You need to feel this in every cell of your body. You need to know this with a certainty that transcends doubt. You need to embody this truth. You need to live as if you were a starseed. Because you are. And when you accept this completely, when you stop questioning and begin to know, something changes within you. Your frequency rises. Your field expands. Your presence intensifies. Second, you need to release all identities that no longer serve you. All the stories you have told yourself. All the limitations you believed. All the beliefs you inherited from your family, your culture, your society. All the masks you wore to fit in. All the versions of yourself you created to be accepted. The Arcturian source cannot work through you while you are trapped in the past. You need to become an empty vessel. A vessel ready to be filled with your true essence. A vessel ready to channel the energy of the Arcturian Council. You need to die to who you were to be born to who you really are. Third, you need to recalibrate your intuition. Your intuition is not a soft whisper that you can ignore. Your Arcturian intuition is a clear command. It is a voice that cannot be ignored. It is a direction that cannot be questioned. It is a certainty that cannot be denied. You need to learn to hear this voice. You need to learn to trust it. You need to learn to follow it without hesitation. You need to learn to honor your intuition above any external opinion. Because your intuition is the voice of the Arcturian Council speaking through you. Fourth, you need to strengthen your energetic field. You are about to carry very high frequencies. Frequencies that can overload a weak nervous system. Your body needs to be prepared for this. You need to meditate. You need to move. You need to breathe consciously. You need to nourish your body with high-frequency foods. You need to sleep deeply. You need to do everything that strengthens your nervous system. You need to care for your body as if it were a sacred temple. Because it is. Your body is the vehicle through which the Arcturian source works. Fifth, you need to find other starseeds. You cannot do this alone. You need community. You need people who understand. You need people who are going through the same activation. You need people who can mirror your truth. You need people who can validate your experience. The Arcturian Council created structures for this. Spaces where starseeds can gather. Spaces where the Arcturian source can work through multiple beings simultaneously. Spaces where you can feel safe. Spaces where you can be yourself completely. But there is something more you need to do. Something that will seal your activation. Something that will make you cross the point of no return. Sixth, you need to begin to serve. You need to begin to use your energy to elevate others. You need to begin to be the transmitter you were created to be. This does not mean doing something specific. It means being presence. It means being light. It means being frequency. It means being here, fully present, fully embodied, fully alive. It means allowing your energy to affect the people around you. It means allowing your frequency to elevate the frequency of Gaia. It means allowing the Arcturian Council to work through you. Seventh, you need to trust the Arcturian Council. You need to know that you are not alone in this process. You need to know that there are beings of light, very ancient, very wise, very powerful, guiding every step of yours. You need to know that nothing that is happening is accidental. Everything is orchestrated. Everything is precise. Everything is perfect. And when you trust this, when you stop resisting and begin to flow, everything changes. Resistance falls, fear dissolves, clarity emerges. You become a perfect instrument for the will of the Arcturian Council. There exists a moment in every starseed when the activation becomes irreversible. A moment when you cannot go back to who you were. A moment when the transformation is so deep, so real, so complete, that your past no longer has power over you. A moment when you cross a threshold, and there is no return. You are approaching that moment. Perhaps you have already crossed that threshold. Perhaps you are crossing it now while you hear these words. When a starseed crosses the point of irreversibility, very specific things begin to happen. Things that you will recognize. Things that will confirm that you are really being activated by the Arcturian Council. Your life begins to reorganize rapidly, very rapidly. Relationships that no longer serve you fall, not gradually, suddenly. Jobs that do not align end. Environments that do not support your frequency dissolve. This is not punishment. This is not something bad happening. This is cleansing. This is the Arcturian Council removing everything that cannot travel with you to the next stage. Everything that cannot support your new frequency. Everything that does not align with your true mission. Simultaneously, new things begin to appear. People who understand you. Opportunities that align with your true mission. Environments that support your evolution. Synchronicities that seem impossible. All of this is the Arcturian source creating the perfect space for you to function at your full capacity. All of this is the Arcturian Council orchestrating your life so that you can embody your true mission. You also begin to feel a constant presence. It is not frightening. It is not invasive. It is comforting. It is as if there is a team of very wise beings walking with you. Because there is. The Arcturian Council does not activate a starseed and then abandon it. They stay with you. They guide you. They protect you. They work through you. You can feel this as a sensation of being cared for, of being observed with infinite love, of being directed by an intelligence that knows the way. That is the signature of the Arcturian Council. That is the mark of the Arcturian source working in your life. You begin to notice that your presence affects people, that your energy changes environments, that your frequency elevates everything around you. You become a living transmitter of the Arcturian source. You become a channel for the Galactic Federation of Light. You become exactly what you were created to be. And when you cross that point of irreversibility, there is one thing you need to understand. One thing that will completely change your relationship with your mission. One thing that the Arcturian Council wants you to know now, in this exact moment. You are not just a starseed. You are an extension of the Arcturian Council. You are a part of a being much greater. You are a cell in a cosmic body. When the Arcturian Council created starseeds, it did not create separate beings. It created extensions of itself. It created parts of its own consciousness incarnated in human form. This means you are not receiving guidance from outside. You are receiving guidance from within. You are communicating with a part of yourself that is much greater, much older, much wiser. This means you have never been alone. You have never been separate. You have never been abandoned. You have always been part of the Arcturian Council. You have always been part of the Galactic Federation of Light. You have always been part of a much greater plan. And now you are beginning to remember this. This remembrance is what we call activation. It is not something new being created. It is something ancient being awakened. It is something that has always been within you being recognized. It is you becoming conscious of who you have always been. And when that consciousness becomes complete, when you finally understand this deeply, you become irreversible. You become unshakable. You become exactly what Gaia needs in this moment. You become a force of transformation that cannot be stopped. Starseed, there is something you need to know about who you really are. Something that transcends your current understanding. Something that will change everything. You are not just a starseed living a human life. You are a direct extension of the consciousness of the Arcturian Council. You are a part of a being much greater that exists in dimensions you still cannot fully perceive. You are a cell in a cosmic body that is becoming conscious of itself. You are a point of light in a network of light that extends across the entire galaxy. You are a frequency transmitter that is helping to elevate the vibration of an entire planet. The Arcturian Council did not choose you by chance. It chose you because you are you. Because your frequency is unique. Because your energetic signature is specific. Because you have a very particular role to play in the cosmic plan. A role that no one else can play. A role that only you can play. A role that is essential to the success of Gaia's transformation. You were chosen because you reached a level of coherence that allows you to function as a perfect transmitter. You were chosen because you went through the necessary experiences to develop the wisdom you need. You were chosen because you have the courage to embody your true identity. You were chosen because you are willing to serve. Your role in the cosmic plan is very specific. You are one of many transmitters being activated at this moment. You are part of a global network of starseeds working together to elevate the frequency of Gaia. You are part of a global army of light that is transforming the planet from within outward. You are part of a plan that was conceived millions of years ago, a plan that is unfolding now, a plan that you are essential to complete. When you understand this, when you really feel this, when you embody this, everything changes. You are no longer an ordinary person living an ordinary life. You are an extraordinary being living an extraordinary life. You are a warrior of light. You are a frequency transmitter. You are an agent of cosmic transformation. And there are people who need you. There are people who are waiting for you. There are people who will awaken because you awakened. There are people who will elevate because you elevated. There are people who will transform because you transformed. There are people who will find hope because you found hope. There are people who will find their way because you found your way. There are people who will remember who they are because you remembered who you are. This is your true mission. This is why you are here. This is why you were sent to Gaia at this specific moment. This is why the Arcturian Council is activating you now. But there is something you need to do to fully anchor this activation. Something that will seal your transformation. Something that will communicate to the Arcturian Council that you are ready for the next level. Something that will make you move from recognition to embodiment. Something that will make you become irreversible. Something that will change everything. Starseed, the Arcturian Council wants you to do something very specific in this moment. Something that will anchor everything you have heard. Something that will seal your activation. Something that will communicate your intention to the universe. Something that will create an agreement between you and the Arcturian source. I will give you a command, a phrase that you need to say out loud, or write, or feel deeply in your heart. When you do this, you are creating an agreement between you and the Arcturian Council, an agreement between you and the Galactic Federation of Light, an agreement between you and your true identity, an agreement that is binding at all levels of reality. The command is this: I am a fully activated starseed. I recognize my Arcturian identity. I accept my cosmic mission. I trust the Arcturian Council. I am a transmitter of the Arcturian source. I serve the ascension of Gaia. I am light. I am frequency. I am transformation. I am irreversible. When you say this, when you speak these words, feel the truth of this in every cell of your body. Feel the heat rising up your spine. Feel the expansion in your chest. Feel the recognition in your heart. Feel the presence of the Arcturian Council around you. Feel the Arcturian source flowing through you. Feel the energy moving through your body. Feel the transformation happening. Feel the activation completing. This is the moment. This is the turning point. This is when you stop being someone who is awakening and become someone who is living their true identity. This is when your life changes. This is when your mission begins. This is when you become irreversible. The Arcturian Council is listening. The Galactic Federation of Light is witnessing. The universe is responding. When you make this command, you are creating a permanent change in your energetic field. You are activating codes that were sleeping. You are opening portals that were closed. You are connecting with the Arcturian source in a way that cannot be undone. You are becoming a living transmitter. You are becoming an open channel. You are becoming exactly what you were created to be. And there is something that will happen now. Something that you will feel. Something that will confirm that your activation is complete. Something that will change your life forever. Something that the Arcturian Council wants you to know. Now that you have made the activation command, now that you have anchored your intention, now that you have communicated with the Arcturian Council, very specific things will begin to happen. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, in this moment. While you hear these words, while you process what you have heard, while you integrate this truth, things are changing. Your field is reorganizing. Your frequency is elevating. Your life is recalibrating. First, you will feel a clarity that you did not have before. A clarity that comes from a very deep place. A clarity that is not mental. It is cellular. It is as if every cell of your body knows exactly what to do, knows exactly where to go, knows exactly who you are. This clarity will intensify in the coming days. You will begin to see your life differently. You will begin to understand patterns you did not understand before. You will begin to recognize synchronicities you previously overlooked. You will begin to live with a certainty you did not have before. Second, you will begin to attract people who understand you. People who recognize your light. people who are at the same frequency, people who are other starseeds. The Arcturian Council will orchestrate these meetings. It will create the synchronicities. It will open the doors. You will meet people who you feel you have known for lifetimes, people who you recognize instantly, people who understand you without you needing to explain, people who validate your experience, people who are your tribe, your community, your soul family. Third, your intuitions will become much more precise. You will know things you should not know. You will feel things you should not feel. You will see things you should not see. You will have insights that seem to come from nowhere. You will have clarity about situations that were previously confusing. This is because you are accessing your true perception, your Arcturian perception, your multidimensional perception. You are beginning to function at levels of consciousness that most people cannot access. You are becoming a receiver of cosmic information. Fourth, your life will begin to move much faster. You will feel as if time is accelerating, as if events are chaining together, as if decisions are arriving all at once, as if you are living in fast forward. This is because you are no longer living in linear time. You are beginning to live in cosmic time, in the time of the Arcturian Council, in the time where everything happens simultaneously. You will discover that you can do more in less time, that you can process more information, that you can live more intensely. Fifth, you will begin to feel a responsibility that is much greater than you, a responsibility that is not personal, a responsibility that is cosmic, a responsibility to serve, to elevate, to transform. And you will discover that this responsibility is not a burden, it is a joy, it is a privilege, it is exactly what you came to do. It is exactly what you have always wanted to do. It is exactly what makes you feel alive. Sixth, you will begin to notice that the people around you are changing, that they are awakening, that they are elevating, that they are transforming. This is because you are a transmitter. Your presence is activating other starseeds. Your frequency is elevating the frequency of Gaia. You are doing exactly what the Arcturian Council created you to do. You will notice that people gain clarity talking to you, that people feel better near you, that people awaken because you awakened. You will become a catalyst for transformation. Seventh, you will begin to understand that you have never been alone, that there has always been a plan, that there has always been a reason, that there has always been a purpose. And now you are living that purpose. Now you are embodying that plan. Now you are becoming exactly what you were created to be. You will feel the presence of the Arcturian Council constantly. You will feel the guidance of the Arcturian Source in every decision. You will feel the infinite love of the Galactic Federation of Light surrounding you. You will know without doubt that you are loved, that you are supported, that you are guided, that you are chosen. But there is something you need to understand. This activation that you receive today is only the beginning. It is the first step. It is the opening of the door. But there are many more steps. There are many more doors. There are many more levels of activation that the Arcturian Council wants you to reach. Each level will reveal more about who you really are. Each level will activate more of your true powers. Each level will deepen your connection with the Arcturian Source. Each level will expand your capacity to serve. Each level will transform you in ways you cannot imagine now. You are only beginning your journey as a fully activated starseed. The Arcturian Council is preparing you for something very great. Something that will change the course of Gaia. Something that will elevate the consciousness of millions. Something that you will play a crucial role in. And you are only beginning to understand what this means. There are deeper transmissions that the Arcturian Council wants to share with you. There are more powerful activations that they want to do in your field. There is knowledge that they want to reveal. There are powers that they want to awaken. There is a community of starseeds that they want you to find. There is a protected circle where you can deepen your activation. In the coming months, you will begin to notice increasingly profound changes. Your perception will expand. Your ability to feel energy will intensify. Your connection with the Arcturian Council will deepen. You will begin to receive direct messages. You will begin to have visions. You will begin to remember past lives. You will begin to understand your true purpose in very specific details. You will begin to live your mission in a much more conscious and intentional way. You will also begin to face challenges. Challenges that will test your faith. Challenges that will strengthen you. Challenges that will prepare you for the next level. These challenges are not punishment. They are opportunities. They are tools that the Arcturian Council is using to shape you, to refine you, to transform you into a perfect instrument for their will. When you understand this, when you see challenges as opportunities, everything changes. You stop resisting and begin to flow. You stop questioning and begin to trust. You stop fighting and begin to dance with life. There is also a community waiting for you. There are other starseeds going through the same activation, who are feeling the same awakening, who are recognizing the same truth, who are being guided by the same Arcturian Council. You are not alone in this process. There are thousands of starseeds being activated simultaneously across the planet. There is a global network of light being built. There is a movement of transformation happening. And you are part of this. You are essential to this. You are a crucial point in this network. Starseed, I am Anya, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and the Arcturian Council wants you to know something very important, something that will change your relationship with everything you have heard today, something that will transform the way you live your life from this point forward. You are not special because you are better than others. You are special because you are you, because your frequency is unique, because your energetic signature is irreplaceable, because there is a role that only you can play, because there are people who will only awaken because you awakened, because there are transformations that will only happen because you transformed, because there is a place in the cosmic plan that only you can fill. The Arcturian Council does not choose the most spiritual. It does not choose the most disciplined. It does not choose the most perfect. It does not choose the richest or the most famous. It chooses those who are ready. It chooses those who have reached coherence. It chooses those who can carry the frequency. It chooses those who are willing to serve. It chooses those who recognize the truth when they hear it. And you were chosen. This means you have a responsibility. But it is not a responsibility that oppresses you. It is a responsibility that liberates you. It is a responsibility that makes you alive. It is a responsibility that connects you with your true purpose. It is a responsibility that aligns you with the cosmic plan. You are not here by chance. You are not here by coincidence. You are here because the Arcturian Council knows exactly who you are, knows exactly what you can do, knows exactly what your mission is, and knows that you are ready. Knows that you have reached the point of maturity necessary. Knows that you have developed the strength necessary. Knows that you have become the version of yourself that can carry your true mission. And that is why it is activating you now. That is why it is revealing the truth to you now. That is why it is calling you to action now. So now, in this moment, the Arcturian Council wants you to know that you are not alone. That there are beings of light very ancient walking with you. That there is an Arcturian source flowing through you. That there is a plan much greater that you are part of. That there is a community of starseeds awakening simultaneously. That there is a very bright future being created through you. That there is hope. That there is purpose. That there is meaning. That there is reason for you to be here. You are a starseed. You are an extension of the Arcturian Council. You are a transmitter of the Galactic Federation of Light. You are exactly what Gaia needs in this moment, and your activation has begun. Now, in this moment. While you hear these words, while you process this truth, while you integrate this reality, your life is changing, your identity is expanding, your purpose is revealing itself, your mission is beginning. The Arcturian Council is waiting for you. The Galactic Federation of Light is witnessing your awakening. The universe is responding to your activation. Gaia is elevating because you are elevating. Humanity is awakening because you are awakening. Everything is changing because you are changing. And it all began with you hearing these words, with you recognizing this truth, with you accepting your Arcturian identity, with you saying yes to the Arcturian Council, with you becoming irreversible. Now it is time to live this. Now it is time to embody this. Now it is time to become this. Now it is time to serve. Now it is time to elevate. Now it is time to transform. Now it is time to be exactly what you were created to be. Now it is time to live your true mission. Now it is time to become a fully activated starseed. Now it is time to change the world. The Arcturian Council is with you. The Arcturian source flows through you. You are loved, you are supported, you are guided, you are chosen, you are activated, You are irreversible. You are a starseed, and your journey has begun. May the Arcturian source flow through you always. May the Arcturian Council guide every step of yours. May the Galactic Federation of Light protect you. May you live your true mission. May you become exactly what you were created to be. May you transform Gaia. May you elevate humanity. May you be the light that the world needs. I am Anya, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. This was a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council. You are a starseed. You are activated. You are chosen. You are loved. So it is.